Alright, today we're doing 5-4, and you will be able to write a function rule given a table or a real-world situation after today's lesson. Some FYIs to start. You can write a rule for a function by analyzing a table of values. So, you will be given a table, and you will be asked to write a function rule for it. Also look for a pattern relating the x value to the y value, which is your independent to dependent. That is how you will find your rule. We are going to write a function rule for the table that is given. So this piece here is given, and first thing you need to do is find the pattern. So you can go ahead and ask yourself, what can I do 2 to get 8? What can I do to 6 to 12? 8 to 14. You continue to go through here. We're going to realize that what's happening is that a plus 6 is happening every time. 4 plus 6 gives you 10. 6 plus 6 gives you 12. 8 plus 6 gives you 14. So my function rule, this is what I'm trying to create right now, is my function rule. I know my f of x, which is my y, equals x plus 6. So, as you can see, this is what I found for my pattern. I take it and write it into words. So f of x, or my y, equals x plus 6. And then I can write my function rule as this when I was given a table to start. Alright, next I'd like you to do one on your own here. So here's your table that you're going to use, and I would like you to write a function rule from this table. Go ahead and pause the video to do this. Alright, you should have asked yourself, what can I do to 1 to get 2? What can I do to 2 to get 5? What can I do to 3 to get 10? What can I do to 4 to get 17? When you did that, you should have realized that y equals x times itself plus 1. So, x here is 1. X times itself, 1 squared plus 1. 1 times 1 is 1, which equals 1 plus 1, which equals 2. That works. Here, 2 times itself plus 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 1 gives you 5. That checks. 3 times 3 is 9, plus 1 is 10. Checks. Our last one here, 4 times 4 is 16, plus 1 is 17. That checks as well. So, you can see y equals x times itself plus 1. Another way to write x times itself is x squared. Add in your plus 1. And here is your function rule. So, this is what I will be looking for. That you're able to identify the rule for the function when you're given a table. We'll do the first one together. So a journalism class makes $5 per page of advertising in the yearbook. If the class sells P pages, how much money will it earn? So what you're doing is you're trying to figure out if a way to write the information from here. So the money the journalism class makes is going to be unknown. So that's going to be my y. The amount of money we make is going to equal, if it costs $25 per page of advertising, it's going to be 25 times however many pages they sell. And it says the number of pages, we're going to use the letter P. So, P is the number of pages sold, which is what we just said. And A is going to be the money earned. So instead of Y, we should use the word A, letter A. So this is given, and we just said this is the same function rule we just made, but it describes the relationship between the number of pages sold and the money earned. Let's say the class sold 6 pages advertising. How much money would they make? Well, let's take our A equals 25 times P. P is the number of pages, and we just said it sold 6. So let's do 25 times. Replace 6 for P. Get your equation. And you can see the same thing is done here. So they substitute 6 in for P, and the class made $150. Shoot. Alright, here's the last example for today. Please pause the video and write a rule for the number of for the requires profit as a function of the number of tapes sold. Alright, you should have created the total profit is or equals $5.50 times the number of tapes sold, but you do also need to minus your production. So they labeled here what everything stands for. Your equation, your function rule should be 5.5, and you probably may have had a 0 here, so $5.50 times the number of tapes sold here for T minus the $100 it cost for production. So this is what I am looking for, is what you should have came up with. Alright, go ahead and work on your practice problems.